Hey, I'm Jeff, and I'm here at the Pembroke Hill Cemetery, Pembroke, New Hampshire, a cemetery that was founded in the 19th century, so fairly recent compared to some cemeteries in New Hampshire. Now, gotta give me a break. I'm fairly new at these, what I call cemetery crawl videos, but I've always been fascinated, having been a long-time genealogist, doing research on families, and I spent a lot of time walking through cemeteries looking for my ancestors. So I'm quite familiar with them and what kind of to look for. So let's take a look and hopefully you'll find this interesting. This is the Pembroke Hill Cemetery on 4th Range Road, Pembroke, New Hampshire. Some newer stones and some older stones here. The oldest stones are toward the front. So let's take a look at a few of these. Walk up the steps, and right off the bat there's a nice old stone here in the front. Died January 1891. Sarah J. Walker. This one's one of the older stones here, I think, or at least the age of the individual. Born James Carr, born in 1843. Died in 1872, it looks like. Nice tall monument. Now, behind here is another tall monument. That one has GAR, Grand Army of the Republic emblem, along with the flags, a veteran. I think I gotta get a little closer. Christopher R. something, 1872. This side is the name Dolby, Albert Dolby, 1865 died. Plus the name Abbott, which is a name that's not uncommon in the Pembroke, New Hampshire area. In the back, another died in 1872, the Morrison family. They must all be buried in this particular plot. To my right, and from the left side, if you're standing here looking at the cemetery, I have another Robinson marker, Thomas Robinson. Died in 1870 at the age of 64 and 8 months. Ruth B., his wife, died 1888. This marker's in pretty good shape, considering its age. Oscar, another Robinson. Died young, only 23 years old. 1862. And again, another Grand Army of the Republic marker. Augustus T. Robinson. Died September 9th, 1911, at the age of 70. Wife Cornelia. Died, looks like 1903. This one's a fairly recent cemetery, although there are a few older stones in here. This one, Mary Lakeman, died 1859. Nathaniel Lakeman died at 77 years old, 1865. Another old one here to the left of this one. Charles W. Beard. Died 1852. And then there's a few other smaller stones over this way. This one's father and mother. So I'm presuming father and mother are part of this stone, which has a veteran's flag on it. And pardon my hand. But let's see. Looks like John Heath. died 1880 something. Doesn't say what, just says veteran, although the marker's backwards, so let's see if it gives an indication. It just says veteran. George W. Stone, this is a 20th century death from 1915, born 1831. Also a veteran. Sarah Healy, his wife. Just marked as veteran. Now this one's an interesting stone. Korean War veteran, Navy. Armin Nolan. Someone has put a flower pot next to it along with the two flags. This is just in the ground. So later Stone died in 1996, so, well, Korean War. But I just like the idea that someone put this flower box here. That's kind of nice. Again, a small cemetery. Except for someone mowing their lawn next door, it's still a peaceful place. And still maintained by patriots who put flags up at many of the stones, so that's a good thing. Some of the stones are fairly more recent. So that'll do it. Thanks for watching.